Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Dinosystem. So, last episode, we actually were able to get the entire shelter put together on the whole new map. Or, well, new island to really, play around with. So, with that kind of completed, I'm going to look at getting ourselves a bit more stocked up when it comes to, our food, water, intake, stuff like that. Because we definitely could use, now that we've gotten shelter and protection figured out. Jeez, how much do I need? Okay, so there's at least all of that covered. We do got a few trikes still wandering around. So I do need to be careful of them. I also do have the Didelphodons, which will probably... Oh, careful. Okay, so there's another thing to zoology. I'm going to just have to check and see... What is the quality of that? Okay, yeah, so that's pretty poor quality. So I'll probably want to... Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to sleep. I need to get the sleep in, and then what I'm going to do, once we've gotten that in, is make a few more tools, like spear, hatchets, get some stuff up, and then I'll probably look at hunting as one of our first steps of this episode, because I want to get meat in us. And because of the new little Didelphodons that are around, I think they're going to be a good little starting source without trying to take down, a full-grown trike or something yet. There also may be the carcasses out in the, desert or barren area off to the, it's north, east, south, west. I think that'd be west. Yeah, so there's the Didelphodon running off there. So food will be our first focus. So, Oh, I can repair, that's right. Wait, you don't need any materials to repair? Minus 1.0, what? No, repair failed. So, yeah, it just... You don't need any material. So, you know what, I'm going to try this. The hatch is basically going to break on one swing anyway. So, if I can actually repair this and get stuff done to it, which I don't think I will, but... Yeah, so... Okay. It seems like repairing those is definitely going to be one of those... You're going to fail a lot, and a lot, and a lot, and a lot, and a lot, before you'll actually, get success with it. But like I say, it's basically a broken tool anyway, so if this can help us either get the crafting skill up or work on getting the repair actually to work once, it's probably worth it. Yeah, so it's going to just snap on us here, more than likely. And maybe I'll try once more. Probably see another -1 and it'll break. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so we'll get a few more large stones. Probably go for maybe 2 or 3. Okay, there's one, although not very good quality, at only 63 of 100. And then another, I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, I don't think I did, but I wanted to, is... Fire pits are a good way to store leaves, but also if you have leaves, surrounded and protected from the wind by walls, they won't blow away either. It's just, I've always taken a while before I have... Okay, so you're the one I want to make into a big sharp stone, so let's... Nope, that's you. Yeah, sharpen that. I've always had a tougher time making the walls, so the fire pit's usually been the first thing I've always put together. Kind of a way to cement in place, this is where I'm going to stay. But you don't really have to, as we showed off with, getting the wood walls and thatch up and then the fire pit, so... There are multiple ways to accomplish goals in the game. Which is very nice to have for, just how many systems and things are in place for it. Oh. Okay, let's try getting one more, maybe? Ooh, you know what? I'm actually going to use you on the new one we just got, since it has so much, quality to it. It's another 100 out of 100. And we'll get those put together. We'll make a couple of hatchets. I think I'll make a couple of spears, too. And then, like, the spears could possibly be good as, like, being thrown, but I think the better use for them is actually to... Yeah, so those are... Well, that one's not as good, but still not too bad. And... Okay, yeah, let's get the small stones. Not really getting high amounts of, like, quality from them, am I? Oh, I've also got a big stone right there, too. Okay, so at least there's a decent one at 100, but some of these are pretty bad. Like, this will probably break when we're sharpening the other one. But, I mean, let's... Oh, okay. Alright, also gotta remember that there is just the keybind to pick up from a single... Gotta remember that. It's very handy. You can tell that I've been a bit more traditional and forgetting, like, back to the ways I was playing than all the new options that are available. Yeah, this is taking its time. I wonder if that's because of... No, muscle soreness isn't that high, so that shouldn't be slowing it down. Maybe strength, but... I'm kind of surprised it's taken that long to do. Unless maybe... Okay, let's try to get it done. I'm kind of surprised the small one takes so long to get sharpened, but I guess smaller and finer detail to get for it. Okay, there we go. So we got one sharpstone small. And you know, let me take that out of there. Okay, let's get a couple of good branches. There are some in here. No, that's just wood. There's a good one. So 85, yeah, so, we got these two, so let's clean these up. Oh, that's nice to see, the big 10% jumps. That'll make these go fast. There we go. Oop, didn't mean to actually attack with it. Clean that up, and then we should be good to... Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to make the hatchet first. Reason being, I'll take that, try to get the Didelphodon down, and then see if I can... Or actually, should I start with... See, there is the carcass right there, and there hasn't been anything like going to feed on it, so... Oh. Poor Anki there looks like he's... Oh no, that's a carcass too. Was there always that Ankylosaur carcass there? I don't remember there being that one. Okay, do gotta be careful of you, because I think that's a... Could be a male. Just gonna try to sneak by without, like, disturbing anybody here. Yeah, careful. Yeah, so the Anki is... Oh, I also really ran out of, like, energy, too, so I'm not going to spend too long here. Okay, should be good to head over and approach this... Okay, yeah, so the trike there, it looks like it's probably going to be too close to the others. This one here, though... Ah, see, it's rotten, so... I'll see about getting a piece off and see what the condition of it is. I might be able to cook it and restore some to it. Oh, God. Ah, frick's sakes. Okay, so, yeah, it is raw and bad and only has, like, 9 conditions. So you know what? I'm just going to try to take this back to our camp. See if I can start up a fire and maybe even cook it and just get some condition so it's some, like, food in us. I'm just gonna try to sneak... Well, maybe not sneak. It doesn't look like any of these are actually the... Really... Like... When the crests start turning red at the front, that's more when you know their mating season's going on. And that's when you gotta be pretty careful of them. Okay, so let's close that. Let's do... I guess... Branch, wood, wood, maybe another branch if it's... Oh, no, stick. Let's get that out of there. Come on, there's another branch somewhere. Yeah, right there. Oh, okay, there we go. And see if we can't light the fire there. Oh, lordy. Yeah, I know we need meat. I'm working on that. It's just that it's a very slow process just to build up the firelight. Yeah, this might take a little while. And I'm very glad we do have the thatch roof on us. There we go. Okay, you know what? I'll toss another bit of wood on, and let's just see if it's possible to cook that and get anything from it. Yeah, I know it's very hot, but we're not going to be here for too long. Okay, so that got some in, and I'm just going to take a sleep right here. Like, I know it's pretty hot, but once the temperature probably starts dropping quickly with nightfall, we'll probably be in better spots. It's nice to see, though, that we do have the calorie intake going up, and then... surprised for just good. It's only, like, so little for, like, actual sleep recovery. There we go, that's starting to come up now. Yeah, like, that's not even... that's a bit odd. I wonder what might be changing that. Maybe it's the muscle soreness. Or maybe it was because it was, like, trying to sleep during the day. So, you know what, I'm just going to open that up. Go... ooh, you know what? Ah, shoot. Okay, let me see if I can try to get, yeah, it's going to be a bit hard to get super close to them. I was going to see if I could get one of those guys down, and then work at enjoying, like, the carving in that through the night. Okay. Actually, it has more health than I thought it would. Ah, shoot. Come on. I know you're going to try to get back into your little hole. Oh, shoot. Stumbled a bit. Okay, you can't have that much more health left on you with all the axe hits you've taken. There we go. So let's put that away. And now, yeah, this is what I like. We're going to be able to take him right inside, and we can carve and get old materials from him right in here. That away, close that up. So let's start with a bit of meat. Hopefully we don't cause more bleed. If I do, I basically have to put, oh my god, 30% from... I think if you get attacked, it should be high at like 10% or so, but if it's just from like your crafting and your working, I think it should be like less severe. And... you know, okay, you know what? No, if that's going to take that long, I think all I'll do is... let me also toss on the branch and another bit of wood to keep the fire going. Oh, small sharp... oh, I actually had a kind of supply of rocks. It's just they all kind of got buried with the wood and that. And you know what? I'll put on another thing of that. Yeah, so we're actually sitting very good for this episode going forward. We'll have water, will be hydrated. We'll have food in just a little bit here. Fire's sitting not too bad. Again, I'll just wait for the muscle soreness to recover. There we go. Oh, perfect. And then we'll just take a sleep right here. And I think with everything that we got, aside from the bleed, we'll have... see, I'm surprised that is still not what I kind of expected we'd have for, like, our stamina recovery. I don't know if the bleed impacts it that much, or not. Because temperatures should be just fine. Yeah, so muscle soreness, that is still going down. The bleed I'm going to deal with next day, because, like, I've been leaving it a little too long for whenever I've gotten it. Yeah, I know I'm bleeding, so we'll just... see. Alright, that's just a stump. Let's grab a leaf from one of the trees here. Jeez. For 66... there we go. Okay, so we'll try a bit of first aid to bring that down. And I'm probably not really going to be able to get more sleep, so what I might just do... oh, darn it. See, I don't know how I want to approach this. Like, all I'd basically be doing is a lot of standing around till the first aid would actually work to be able to bandage ourselves up and get that bleed down. I don't want to keep butchering at the carcass we just got, and then just keep bleeding, and we're up to that 50 to 60% again. Uh-oh. What are you up to? Oh, darn it, come on. Yeah, I think the worst part is that I'd almost kind of like to see the first aid change to how the rock transforming is, because it feels so much failure as you just keep trying and trying and failing without, like, any progress actually being done to help your problem. At least make it so, yeah, you are using and wasting leaves, but eventually you will get to the point where you will get a proc off without, like, failure along the full journey. Take it more like how when you're sharpening a stone, one stone will break, but the one you've been working on, it keeps that progress. Finally. Okay, so that brought it down to a nice just 10%, so that's much more manageable. And you know what? I am going to cook some more meat. And already I'm up 20%. So that's what they look like on their size of carcass. I gotta admit, I very much like having these guys in the game now. Feels like there's a little bit more you can do. I'm already back. The bleed is oppressive. It's very oppressive. I can understand if you're smacked by, like, a trike or a rex or the Didelphodons mauling you, that'll take quite a bit of bleed damage. But, like, when you're doing it yourself and working away, it just feels a bit more oppressive to have it being 10% all the time, instead of maybe just like a 5%. Okay, so that's done. And you know what? It doesn't look like anybody's super close, so I'm just going to head over and grab a drink. Yeah, just the trike there. Oh, is it already this warm out, or is that just because of where the fire was? Oh, even more? Okay, I'm bloated, but that should be good there. Okay, that's just the fire going inside here. Oh, well, at least the bleed went down a little bit there. So, you know what? Let's try to get another leaf. Try the first aid on this. So, it's also odd, the condition never goes down while you're working on it. So that's a bit interesting. I wonder what the parameter is for, like, the leaf fails. Oh, come on, we're so close. Just let it work properly. There we go. Okay, that one only brought us down to 10%, but I mean, I'll still take it. As for you... Okay, I think if I cut this tendon, which I'm going to do that as our focus here. Actually, you know what? Hang on. It would be better to use the hatchet or a sharp stone. Okay, so it looks like it might... Oh, the hatchet is up. You say that, but the conditions that were, like, coming off of it seem to be about the same. Yeah, like, it's still... Oh, trend on flying over. I know I'm bleeding. As long as I don't smack myself and send that bleed up any higher, we'll be okay. I want to see what happens with getting, like, this tendon cut off. Is that going to turn the carcass into just a... Oh, skeleton? Well, I guess we do have materials. Might as well put together another hatchet. God, that muscle soreness. It's always going to be there, basically. Unless you spend a day just sitting around doing nothing, or even a few days, I think you're always going to be fighting muscle soreness. Okay, let's keep working at that tendon, because it should be off soon. Ish. But once we get that done, we'll probably end the episode off here. Definitely the best start I think I've ever had in the series. Yeah, so the carcasses do have, like, a shared pool of the resources across themselves. So, for instance, you can see that I only got the one tendon, and then the rest of the materials that were on it just kind of faded away. It's basically pick out what you need the most from a carcass, and go from that forward. But again, we are going to save things here and leave this episode of Dinosystem at this. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of the series. I definitely do want to keep going after the Didelphodons a bit more, get a few more things like the tendons. Not so much the pelts, I think, because all I'll need those for is, like, the cloak. But if I can get the tendons, then I can make, like, bow and arrow and just expand what I can do with the game a bit. But yeah, pesky little ant mammals live in deep layers, omnivorous, particular fetishism for dinosaur eggs. So that's interesting. Maybe if I find some of them, I'll be able to figure out where nests are and go from that. But yeah, it's great to have this small herbivore or small animal niche properly in Dinosystem. It feels like a much more accessible way to get meat, which is one of your big things that you need to stay alive. So I'm looking very forward to keep going with the series now that we've got a start made and things are actually going smoothly for me. I'm not getting screwed over by my own incompetence. Thank you guys again for joining me, and again, any tips, comments, requests, etc., be sure to leave in the comments right down below. I do try to answer any questions or feedback that do arise on the channel as soon as I can. And until I catch you all next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.